ThoughtSpace Athletics just dropped a new driver that I think has the potential to be one of the best discs of the year. That is the Expanse, which has the numbers 11, 5, -2, 2. And I absolutely love my flippy drivers. They are so fun to throw. So if this thing flies anything like those numbers, I'm probably gonna love it. We're gonna test it out all over the course today. Harmony bends, starting out on hole 10 on top of the world, 904-foot par 5, a classic, iconic Harmony bends hole, and a great hole to bust out those distance drivers. So let's just jump into it. Okay, I have no idea how much Hyzer I should be putting on this guy. Put that on a nice amount of Hyzer. Ooh, got that nice flip up. Threw that a little bit too high because we're gonna get a big old fade out there. That's nice. Some easy distance on that guy, I can already tell. And the Expanse comes in the parallel plastic. Oh, look at that flip up. That's really nice. I really feel like I'm not even throwing this that hard, but that is some nice lines. Love the flip up. And what's unique about the parallel plastic is that it's manufactured by Discraft, while their other premium plastic discs are made by MVP. So this is a pretty big departure from what we're used to with TSA discs. All right, I am pinned up against this tree. Gonna have to go forehand sneaky through this thing. Little 150-foot upshot. That's what we love the Expanse for, you know? Oh, and we turned her over and that just kept going. I mean, yeah, when you upshot with an Expanse, you know, things like that happen. So this parallel plastic on the Expanse looks a lot like Discraft's ESP, even has those like Discraft signature swirls in the plastic. Also feels a lot like ESP. Decent grip, decent durability. You know, it's just kind of like that star-ish plastic, you know? And we have zero look at the basket here. But, you know, par is nothing to be ashamed of on this hole. Like I said earlier, I love flippy drivers. I typically prefer to throw on the Hyzer angle when possible, so having a decently understable distance driver really fits me for like my max distance slot. Recently, I've been throwing the Prodigy D4, which I actually love this 400 D4. Tons of flip out of this guy. Very easy to get big distance lines. And the Expanse reminds me a lot of it so far, where I feel like I don't have to give it a ton of power to get that flip up. But also if I throw it harder, I don't think it's just gonna like turn into a roller either. So that's an important distinction. Flippy, but not too flippy. 393-foot par 4. Just wanna put it up the gut. Nothing fancy. Again, on Hyzer. All right, didn't get a ton of flip that time, just a little flip. Thought I was gonna flip more, probably would have put it out a little bit flatter had I known that. But that still leaves us in a decent spot. We actually got solid distance on that throw. So if I put that out just a tiny bit flatter, that would have been an absolute bomb. This time I'm approaching with the range. I've been really loving the range lately. Just a very easy upshot disc. Look at that. Little range Expanse tag team for the bird. Hole 12 is a shorty, 233-foot par 3. I'm gonna try this guy on the forehand, just kind of like a chip forehand up to the basket. I'm really curious how much that understability will come into play for kind of that softer forehand type throw. All right, didn't trust it quite enough, but that's pin high. That's pretty good. Also, I forgot to mention, this is 170 grams, so a little bit lighter than max, but pretty close to max. 170, kind of that sweet spot for me, for my drivers. I tend to like them just a little bit on the lighter side. Helps me get a hold of them, get that max distance. Accidentally launched this guy past the basket. I think we had kind of an unfortunate roll. Oh, and we did not give that a chance. Hole 13, we're gonna take from on the longer tee pads because I'm really worried that from that short tee pad, probably gonna launch this thing into the river. River all to the left, so we wanna keep it right. So it's good that we have something a little bit flippy that'll kind of help us move to the right throughout the flight. 480-foot par 4. All right, threw that really low. You can see, oh, that's a nice flip, but it still has some integrity there. Look at that, still fought out at the end. Yeah, that was a good toss. We got some good distance on that. We're at a good spot where we can compare it to a couple other discs. So here's the trail from MVP, 10.5, -1.1. Really popular. Also like a slightly flippy driver. Similar speed, similar rim width to the Expanse. I mean, that's just so straight. That did not flip as much as I thought it would. Usually I Hyzer flip those pretty easy, but let's go D4. I said I've been loving this D4, numbers 12.5, -2.2. Really flippy driver, great for max distance. See, look at all that understability. I mean, that thing just bombs. That went so far. Love that disc, and that's a perfect spot because this hole kind of bends to the right, so you don't really want to go too far left. I mean, there's a river there, so you obviously don't want to go left, but getting further right really helps the upshot. Let's go page pierce drive, also in the ESP plastic, parallel ESP, like I said, pretty darn similar. 11.5, -1.2. I found that this is one of the prototypes. I don't really think it's as flippy as a lot of the newer ones, but let's give it a go here. Been a while since I've thrown it. Do that on a little bit more Annie than my other throws. I mean, that's actually pretty similar flight to the Expanse. Yeah, those are nice. Expanse probably a little bit flippier than that. So Expanse got up here pretty well, but guys, we freaking lost our iconic tree. The hole 13 tree. This is one of the iconic holes at Harmony Bends. We had a crazy windstorm last night, tornado watch for a couple hours. That sucks. It really sucks to lose what feels just like a huge piece of the course and part of its identity. So we're gonna have to go over top of the debris here. We're gonna go bullet. Come on, keep going. Let me know down below what your guys' favorite flippy distance driver is. Oh, we went way over top. Some other good ones that I like are the Discraft Thrasher and the Scorch and the Hades, actually. Discraft has a few really good understable distance driver options. Of course, MVP Wave, can't go wrong with a Wave either. We're gonna try another longer tee pad here, 475 foot, par 4. This tee shot sets up really nicely for like a flip up distance shot where you want to release on Hyzer, flip up to flat, but still come back at the end. Don't want to get too much flip because if we end up going to the right, we get kind of pinched off. Definitely want to end to the left. I think the Expanse is going to be pretty darn good for that style shot. Flip up for us a little bit. Oh, that's going to be really nice. Don't get too far left on us. That might be a little bit more left than what I want, but I think that'll set up nicely for right hand, backhand, Hyzer into the circle. We actually ended up in a great spot to attack the basket. We got to go uphill, backhand, Hyzer around. We're gonna go practice, keep it in the thought space family. Oh, I did not give that any height. RIP me. Still kind of trying to figure out my circle 2 putts this season. A couple holes ago, I did the old straddle jump, but I think I like the stepper better. Let me know what you like to do for circle 2 putts down in the comments. Gave it the right height at least. There we go, more on target. All right, guys, we made it to hole 18, 594 foot par 5. I have lost many a disc on this hole. We have river all to the left. You can see there's some gravel, rocks that are kind of lining the river. So it's very important to get turn on this driver or we may never see the Expanse again, which would be tragic because I'm really enjoying throwing it. But then after the tee shot, the hole bends to the left. You got the basket way off to the left there. So we want to get turn on it, but we also don't want to end up too far to the right. We want to have some integrity, come back a little bit, set us up well. I was so safe with that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, that's fine. See, that's how you know I really like a disc, guys. When I baby it and totally muff the hole 18 drive. Now we gotta clear all this water here. It's really actually not that bad. It's like a 200 foot-ish water carry, maybe like 225. Oh, but I absolutely smashed it and we got a lot of turn on that. I needed that on a lot more Hyzer. I need to trust the flip up, guys. It's so hard when you get a new understable disc and you just don't know how much Hyzer to put it on to really trust it. I mean, we made the water carry and well past that. We're just not in a great spot for the upshot. Oh guys, we are in an absolutely terrible position. And that is definitely not great. Hole 18, not the glorious ending we wanted, but we did learn the Expanse is an awesome disc. Like I said, I love, love, love my understable distance drivers. This guy, flippy, but not too flippy. really in that sweet spot. I'm really enjoying it. I don't know if I'm gonna bag it long term, but it's definitely making the practice bag, and we'll feel it out. We'll see how it goes. And if you guys enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate if you consider liking and subscribing. That'd be awesome. If you have any questions about the Expanse, let me know down in the comments. You can also follow me on Instagram at Flying Fajita Disc Golf and UDisc Community at Flying Fajita, and we can stay in touch during this disc golf season. Wouldn't that be freaking awesome? And as always, guys, I love you, take care, and I'll see you next time.